Paparating na sa UAP Station.
All aboard the Iwasa train.
Choo-choo! So welcome again to another episode of UAP Station, the UAP sa Mapua podcast. And again, I am Reinhardt.
And I'm Sean.
And today, pag-uusapan natin is about this is a Valentine's special entitled Love is in the AR. Love is in the AR.
So, ayun, Reinhardt, kamusta naman yung love life mo?
Ay, pass next question. Ngayon wala muna love life. Focus tayo sa architect.
Ganun ka ba talaga?
Ikaw ba? Kamusta ang love life?
Okay lang. Single. Yeah.
Wow. So, what are we waiting for? Let us introduce today. We have the honor of welcoming an inspiring power couple in the world of architecture and entrepreneurship. They help OFWs and property owners in building their dream homes.
They are also active in social media with their Facebook page, Architect Dayan and Architect Danny. Kabahay community where they share house design and construction tips to homeowners.
So first, let's introduce the woman behind their success. She graduated BS Architecture in PUP with top 7 in best in thesis. She is a master plumber and has built multiple successful businesses, including Forms Creatives, which recognized as Go Negocio's top 15 most inspiring entrepreneurs. She is a former owner of Focus Design Construction, but now she is the principal architect and co-owner of Forms plus Florendo Architects. Let's welcome Architect Dayan Florendo.
Hi everyone! Kumusta?
So now, as for her husband, he graduated BS Architecture in FEU. He is an international architect working in Dubai. He is known for his work with the Dubai royal family. He has prestigious awards such as the International Property Award and the Dubai MENA Entrepreneurial Award. He is a former owner of DQF Architects, but now he is the founder of Forms Florendo Architects. Please welcome A.R. Danny Florendo.
Hello everyone, nice to see you.
So first, meron kaming our sponsors, Royalty, kung saan ang bawat higop ay royal treatment. So Royalty, created with passion.
So let's move on na din sa main topic ng podcast natin. So since this is about love and since it's our Valentine's episode, we would just like to ask na din, paano naman kayo nag-start? I mean, like, paano kayo nagkakilala ganun? Like, ano yung love story ninyo?
First,
For us, we met at a review center in JPT. So it was around 2019. We were studying for January 2020 architecture licensure board exam that time. And magkaklase kami, and then usually magkalapit lang yung upuan namin. Then meron rin kasi kaming common friends sa review center na yon. Then usually sa common friends rin namin, doon rin kami nagkakilala sa review center.
yeah, so actually hindi kami nag-uusap that time, to be honest. Kasi di kami talaga like magkakilala in a way na talagang close. So magkaklase lang kami kasi halos dun sa board exam room din. Same kasi kami na letter F. So Formes siya, and then Florendo ako ngayon.
Same din as first.
Same room lang rin kami.
Same room, same name, same... yung name namin halos pareho din. Danny tsaka Dayan eh. Yung spelling din pareho. So, hindi ko naman, unbeknownst naman sa amin na magiging talagang magkakilala kami that time. So, ang alam lang namin is gusto namin makapasa ng board exam. Yun yung...
Study first.
Actually, hindi. Kasi pareho kaming... meron akong that time. To be honest, meron din naman akong girlfriend that time. It was 2019. So, siya... may girlfriend.
Exploring.
Exploring stage.
Sumasama ako sa mga study groups. Pero syempre, yung intention ko nun, pumasa that time. So, focus muna kahit mostly aral-aral lang muna. yun yung focus ko that time.
Mag-review center na kayo, malay nyo nandun na yung future.
Oo nga. Baka doon niyo pa makilala yung forever ninyo.
Alam nyo na, guys.
And after po nun, saan po kayo nagka-develop?
Actually, after we passed the January 2020 board exam, ako noon, nag-take pa ako ng isa pang board exam ng Master Plumber. Around Feb 15, parang 12 days lang yata yung pagitan or mga halos 2 weeks. So, sinagad ko na yung sakit ng ulo sa pag-aaral. So, paglabas ko ng Feb, dalawang license na ako. At that time, sa kanya, na kumuha na siya ng projects, tama ba?
Yeah, I started my own firm na din. Pagkapasa pa lang. Sabi ko, wala nang boss, wala nang anything. Ako na talaga ngayon. Kasi you're allowed and eligible to sign na rin eh. So, pagkapasa, nag-start kami ng company. Actually, to be honest, nakikita ko siya. Kasi pareho kaming taga-Taguig. Sakto lang talaga na taga-Taguig siya. So, both of us, syempre, kapag may nag-market ka ng services mo, nakikita mo kung sino yung mga nandun sa area. Nakikita ko yun sa company niya. Pero I didn't take it as a competition. Parang I took it as parang, there's someone also, yung kasabay ko, yung nag-review. Meron din siyang sariling company. Okay, let's see what works naman.
So, after nun, since pandemic, I focus on design. Mga design ng mga houses, mga interior design. Then, bumuo na rin ako ng team nun. Then, mostly mga blueprints. Tapos, nag-construction na rin ako nun. So, mainly, focus lang muna talaga sa work and sa passion. And then, ikaw?
Actually, during the pandemic, sabihin ko ba? Anyway, medyo naman, okay naman yung sa business, pero I also tried kasi dun sa ibang bansa. Tinry ko rin. Kasi actually, andun yung family namin. Coincidentally, family ko, nandun din sa Dubai. So talagang medyo andun na eh. Kaso, tinry ko naman doon. I'm also an OFW before. I worked with a lot of companies also there. Maliban sa architecture, other companies din like marketing, media, yung mga yon. So talagang raketero lang yung ginawa ko sa Dubai para And actually hindi ko rin alam pero pinalad lang talaga siguro ako na nakuha ko lahat ng mga kailangan kong skills doon sa ibang bansa. And then I went for a vacation here in Philippines kasi gusto ko lang umuwi dahil naghiwalay kami ng ex ko. Okay. So, kasi nakapaghiwalay yung ex ko so sabi ko, okay, I think I need also to upgrade myself then for the better. So, when I went home in Philippines, actually, parang gusto ko na rin mag-start ng sarili ko. And that's why I remembered, someone is here in Taguig. I remember someone, that architect na kilala ko. Why don't I try to reach out and maybe we can do business? Kaso iba yung collaboration na nangyari. So I reached out to her and then, yun. So far, medyo naging okay naman kami doon sa pag-uusap. Crush na crush ako eh. Joke lang. Ikaw mag-answer, baka mamaya sagot ako sa house mo.
So, nag-message siya. Parang pag-uwi niya sa Philippines, parang nag-set siya ng meeting actually, coffee. Nag-alok lang siya, tara coffee tayo. Mga ganun.
Royalty. Char.
Nag-alok siya, tara coffee tayo. And actually, nag-usap lang kami, yung mga plans, yung
Goals.
parang about sa mga goals, sa mga long-term goals in life. And then, after that, we actually, parang naulit lang. Parang okay siya kasama, ganon. Jive.
Yeah.
So, nag-date kami. Then, actually, after nun, nag-date kami sa Thailand for 7 days. Parang, tara, date tayo sa Thailand. Sige. So, nag-book kami ng flight. Then, 4 hours na sa Thailand na kami. After 4 hours, yun na yung flight namin.
Kalagkaran mo.
So, mostly nag-explore kami sa Thailand. I have actually, connection cards. Yung cards, deck cards siya na may questions.
Ayun yung parang nabibili
Sa Shopee. So, merong, yung light blue is icebreaker, then dark blue is deep talks. So, meron pang isang deck, color red, pero relationships kasi siya eh. So, inubos namin yung 3 deck sa Thailand para mas speed up yung get to know process namin. So, per deck yata, I think it ranges from 30 to 50 questions per day. Then, para inubos namin within 7 days para mas speed up yung get to know process. So that kung match kami, edi go. Kung hindi kami match, edi at least shorter time lang.
Yeah.
Kasi busy rin kami.
Ano naman yung pinaka-memorable na question from those deck of cards?
I think, yung vision mo long term.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your goal in the future? So, ako personally, my goal is to be business tycoon. Yung madaming businesses talaga. Kasi I'm more in line in learning kasi. In learning, in training, in creating and building business, then developing people, training people. Tapos, parang gusto ko talaga gumaling sa business. Ikaw?
Actually, yung pinaka-best na question sa akin doon is about relationship din connected sa business. Kasi, napaisip din ako doon na parang if you choose the right partner din kasi in life, kahit na same field kayo, you will succeed no matter what. Kasi minsan ang tingin nila kapag partnership, parang there's competition. Para sa akin, it's more of a teamwork. Okay? It doesn't have to be maapektuhan yung ego mo. Habang getting to know stage pa lang, nakikita ko na yun na parang, it's not about your ego. You should set that aside. It's more of a, let's say siya, kumikita siya ng malaki. And then ako, medyo sakto lang. How do I get to that level na parang aabot ako sa point na pwede niya ako makonsider as a good teammate, as a good member of our team. Hindi siya to the point na kailangan kong gumawa ng mali or gumawa ng something that would make her feel emotionally not safe kasi nga tingin mo sa sarili mo na naapakan yung ego mo as lalaki. So, yeah, kasi competition yung dating. So, I urge and I encourage also other young men also na papasok sa relationship na kapag meron kayong partner, you should support them and you should be the one, especially kung lalaki ka, you should be the one serving or providing for them. Kailangan dun ka sa level na yon para hindi mo na mafe-feel na parang undermine ka or hindi mo naman mafe-feel na parang let's say kawawa ka, pero kasi alam mo may capacity ka to provide and protect. That's same goes with also to female na let's say architect din. Supportahan mo rin yung partner mo kasi yun yung kailangan niya, yung peace na meron kayong papuntang trajectory, isang lugar lang yung goal.
Kaya important talaga yung may goal kayo. Like,
Yes.
a goal na both of you are striving towards, diba?
Yes. Tsaka, I mean, kung papunta kayo sa girlfriend stage o boyfriend stage or mag-asawa na stage like husband and wife, doon na rin dapat papunta yun eh. Hindi na siya papunta in a way na parang may break up pa, bound to break up or bound to problems will come or challenges will come. Pero the two of you should struggle together and then make it out till the end. Yun naman yung pinaka-bright side.
So, in relation naman to your challenges, what were like some of your early challenges? I mean, some of the challenges that you encountered early in your relationship?
Pareho kasi kami alpha, to be honest. Alpha in a way na parang sa business we have different belief. In terms of our business, when we merge together, it's really hard to synchronize kasi nga yung siya, like she mentioned, more on training, nurturing yung type ng niya. I think dahil medyo motherly vibe talaga. Nagtuturo siya, nagaga. Ako more on parang skill set. Like, once you have taken this job, you should be a professional. That's why I ask you to be part of my team. You are a professional and you should know this. Ganun ako kasi siguro sa ibang bansa, ganun yung nakasanayan ko. So, ang hirap kasi hindi namin alam kung sino yung masusunod. But again, you should always follow your girlfriend or your wife. Sundan niyo siya, supportahan niyo siya. Yun, dahil doon, nakinig ako, I understood, and nakalipad kami. Yun lang yan.
Since marami po kasing mga other professions, medyo hesitate po sila kapag may couple po nila same profession din, like architect to architect, kasi minsan baka nag-aaway sa same field. Sa inyo po, ano pong ma-advise sa iba na mas okay po ba yung same field kayo sa profession or mas okay pong magkaiba para iba-ibang share? Ganun.
For me, actually, kahit same field kami, we're both architects. We have may designation kami ng task. Depende sa specialization. Like, if you notice in our social media page, Architect Danny Dayan, siya yung mostly humaharap. And siya yung nag-execute. And since siya rin yung magaling sa design and mga technicalities, siya yung naghahawak sa visualization team. Bali siya yung nag-filter out and all. Ako, at the back end, I'm used to back end kasi I'm more on strategy and planning on the long term. So, kumbaga, paplanuhin ko yung mga strategy, ito yung mga gagawin, ito yung mga team na dadagdag sa team para kailangan ma-accomplish yung goals. Tapos yung, kumbaga, mostly yung back-end operations, then system in place. Then, mostly, kung front-end, siya yung mostly humaharap sa client, siya yung nakipag-usap. So, depende rin sa specialty ng couple, mag-sync. May mga disagreements sometimes, pero gumagawa kasi kami ng pros, cons, SWOT analysis. So, kung may decision-making kami, nag-analyze kami, anong benefit, ano yung con. So, kung ano yung mas mag-way, yun yung mananalo if magpupush through kami sa decision and all. And the difference is, kung partner kayo, I think sa decision-making, mas okay siya. Lalo na kasi kung we have the same goal for the company, syempre, to grow and to scale. And if you have one goal, kailangan rin kasi mabilis din yung decision-making Kasi parang everyday, like, may mga 5 to 10 decisions kami per everyday that we need to address. May malaki man maliit. So, it's more on synchronicity. And I think, nung nalaman namin yung strength and weaknesses namin, and then, ito yung gagawin mo, ito yung gagawin mo, mas may harmony na. Kumbaga, may structure.
Yeah, opinion ko naman, I think kahit same field kayo, walang problema doon. Kasi, I think that limiting belief lang yung parang kailangan magkaiba kayo para hindi kayo mag-away. Actually, mas nagkakaroon nga ng problem, to be honest Tingin ko lang, opinion ko lang. Kasi sometimes yung architects, talagang time talaga yung importante sa kanila kasi wala silang time. And then, biglang sabihin, mahal mo pa ba ako? Gaganon
Kasi diba may mga partners din na siguro hindi kasi nila alam kung gaano talaga ka-time consuming yung field natin, architecture. Yeah.
Very hectic. Isipin mo parang pagod na pagod ka sa site, tapos ma-receive mo yung parang mga wala kang time sa akin, gano'n. Mahal mo pa ba ako? Mahal mo ba ako kung penguin ako? Yung mga gano'n. O sasabihin ko, naiintindihan ko naman na may mga gano'n talaga. Naiintindihan ko yan. Pero ang deeper or level of understanding at patience talaga sa architect sa isang architect is dapat medyo mataas din kasi nga super busy at hectic schedule nila. Now, in my opinion regarding sa partnership again, napakabilis ng decision making dyan. Hindi pwedeng matagal yung And if hindi mo partner is architect, or let's say, hindi mo same field, ang hirap mag-decide or wala kang nakakausap na hihingan ng second idea or opinion. Now, the decision is all by yourself, and kung mali man yan or tama, stress ka or problemado ka kasi baka magkaroon ng repercussion. Now, in terms of sinabi niya, I agree naman kasi nga, kapag decision making, maganda talaga na mabilis. And sa buhay talaga mabilis dapat yung paggalaw. Kasi kapag mabagal, talaga na pag-iiwanan.
And bonding na rin po yun kapag para same field kayo, no? Kaya ikaw, ka na rin, jowa ka na bang architect?
Ayoko pa. Huwag mo na ngayon.
So, naman po, you recently got married po in 2023, right?
Yes, September.
2023.
So, how was the transition po from married life? May mga changes po ba?
Siguro since naging okay naman yung date namin sa Thailand, actually, he needs to go back sa Dubai na kasi 30 days lang yung vacation nun. So, mostly, usap-usap lang muna and then, actually, naghahabol pa nga yung ex niya pero in-ignore niya. So, doon naman, at least, more on communication na kami. And then, naging official yata kami for 1 month. Tapos, mas boyfriend-girlfriend. Then, nung nag-vacation din ako doon, nag-propose na siya. sa beach. Saan yun?
Sa Atlantis.
Sa Atlantis, sa Dubai. So, it was a very, very romantic proposal by the beach. Yung every women's dream na may candle, tapos parang maglalakad ka sa beach. Tapos may parang magandang setup. Tapos may night, may beach, then may romantic dinner.
Yung parang pala movie na sa...
Oo, parang movie na setup for a proposal. After nun, the proposal, we actually had a parang prenup shoot. Kasi we invest on photo shoots kasi. Kasi ang gandang memory. Then, after that, we actually got married on September. So, sa Abu Dhabi. So, we got to explore more places. And I think what I like rin, having an architect partner, pareho kayo ng hobby to appreciate buildings, to judge other buildings.
Kumakatok.
Kinakatok yung mga pader, pati yung mga finishes, ganon. Nagpa-punch list kahit di mo naman project. Parang it's much more fun for us. And I love it kasi parang, kumbaga hindi lang partner in life yung kasama mo, kundi parang best friend.
Kasi same na kayo ng interest and parang hobbies na din eh. Oo. So parang at least may kausap ka kapag... Kasi yung ex ko hindi kasi siya architect student. So,
Hindi makarelate.
oo, hindi siya makarelate. So, medyo mahirap i-explain kapag i-explain ko pa yung mga things like let's say yung mga ramps, ganun. Kasi may time na pumunta kami ng Glorieta ata yun. Tapos basta yun. Oo, medyo mahirap nga. Ay, tapos na-mention nyo sa Dubai kayo, right? And, hindi pa ba like nag-LDR kayo?
Ilang weeks lang naman.
Mga ilang weeks lang kasi may inaayos lang ako projects dito.
Parang wala naman po naging challenges ng time na po.
Wala naman kasi well-delegated yung system.
So organized talaga kayo sa company ninyo?
Yes, very organized. Kahit tanong mo pa yung mga staff namin. May sarili na silang structure in place. Then, very clear naman ako magbigay ng instructions. In terms of that naman, well-delegated naman. And then, sa Dubai kasi, nag-resign na rin siya. So, nung pumunta ako, nagpakasal kami, then nag-resign. Then, bumalik na kami sa Pilipinas.
So, plano nyo na po is permanently dito sa Philippines?
Yeah. Pwede pa naman mag-abroad, pero here in Philippines, okay naman yung sa architecture business. Okay naman siya. And so far, maraming natutulungan din. Yun naman yung parang pinaka-goal ko din. Kasi I was an OFW since naging ganun din ako. I know the feeling or understanding ng mga ibang OFW. Kaya, ang goal ko talaga is makatulong. Tingin kasi ng iba parang pag nasa Arki, parang puro pera lang. Yun yung habol. Ako parang kung makatulong ako ng isang OFW, kahit isa, dalawa, masaya ako kasi alam ko yung pinaghihirapan na pera. Naintindihan ko naman siya.
Kaya pala nag-focus kayo sa mga OFW dahil sa experience mo na din?
Yes, and I understand yung pain nila eh. And also yung feeling na iba talaga yung Pilipinas eh. Alam mo yun. Kaya doon kapag babalik ka. Even in Dubai, there's places na parang Philippines na kasi puro kabayan. Pero yun nga, nakikita ko na yun yung parang goal din nila, makapagpundar ng house. So that's why, ayoko naman maloko sila. And tumutulong na rin naman ako sa mga ibang lahi sa house nila. Why can't I help our fellow men, Filipino?
That's a very nice parang insight towards mga OFW. Kasi actually, yung tatay ko OFW din siya. Hanggang ngayon, he's still working sa Italy as a chef. Tapos may nakwenta ata siya sa amin na sa amin ng mom ko. Parang gusto niya ata magtayo ng bahay sa Pampanga. So, I'll just reach out.
Bakit hindi ikaw mag-design?
Kasi feel ko during that time, di pa ako architect. But,
Kailan ba
hindi.
next year?
Hindi talaga ako sure. Pero,
Oh, check.
And another phase po in your life, since meron na po kayong anak, ilang taon na po?
Magpa 5 months na
months.
siya.
So how's life po as parents and architects?
Yeah, for me, it's a different. Kasi nagpakasal kami September. I got pregnant December. So, around 3 months yung production period. Yeah, and then, so last year, halos buong 2024, I was pregnant. And as, syempre, sanay ka sa business, then mga structure and all, I realized din kasi nung pregnancy, parang sabog yung brain. I mean, parang nakaka-relate ako sa mga mothers na naging pregnant. Then parang lagi kang pagod, lagi kang antok, natutulog, and then parang hindi ka masyadong and then yung very emotional, and kumbaga naninibago ako sa mga ganong phases na nangyari during pregnancy. It was a good experience then, at least having to bear our child. And ang nangyari doon is the reason then bakit nag-jive din yung business. Nag-full surrender na ako kasi when I got pregnant kasi, it's more on rest na ako. Like, natutulog na lang ako mostly. And then, kumbaga, siya na nag-take over ng business. Kaya rin nag-work. Kumbaga, kung magko-collab man kami, may mga tanong lang siya kung okay ba tong decision na to or we'll go with this decision. Pero majority, what I admire about him is yung taking initiative to lead the family. And grabe kasi I feel taken care of talaga. Sobrang sweet, sobrang caring. And then, I love it kung paano niya na-manage yung business. Nag-close ng clients, nagde-design pa siya that time kasi more on growing pa lang naman yung team and then nagte-train din. So, I really admire yung leadership niya in being a husband and sa family rin that time. Then, actually, pinanganak na last year yung baby namin, September. And after nun, syempre, nakafocus rin ako mostly sa baby. But, more on, nag-grow talaga siya. Nag-grow siya in terms of, napalago niya yung negosyo. And, very proud ako sa kanya kasi ang galing niya.
Wow.
So, pro.
Sige, let me tell you a story lang kasi. Nung time kasi na nag-start kami, it was 2024, January. Talagang official start ng merge ng company. So, since buntis nga siya, ito yung gusto ko i-advise din sa siguro sa mga lalaki din. If ever na may asawa sila or may partner sila, always take the initiative. And also, be that provider. Kasi ang hirap na, let's say, sa part ko na na-explain ko lang yung story. That time, wala halos akong tulog, wala ako halos na pahinga. Parang sobrang stress lang ako kasi nga, buntis yung asawa mo, and then yung negosyo is starting. Kapag nag-start yan, talagang wala ka pa talagang kikitain. Talagang napakaano niya.
Tapos ang dami pa din paperworks, diba?
Yes, and puro trial and error. Yun yung problem, tae ng tae. Trial and error. So, kaka-trial and error mo, syempre, kung may negosyo na tumatakbo, ang hirap na i-sustain siya while thinking of the personal relationship din. Kung paano ba siya, okay ba siya, paano yan kapag kailangan niya ng mga gamot or anything like that. So, it is your job as a guy or as a leader of the family and leader of your team. Kasi isa palang staff namin nun. That last January. This January, we have almost 30 na din. So, the level of growth and decision making, kailangan nandun lang lahat eh. And I always ask her or consult her sa mga ideas. So that's why we work hand in hand. Kasi she has ideas, I'm here to execute. Yun dapat na hinahanap niyo sa partner. Lahat ng plano, hindi magagawa kung walang execution. Just like blueprint plans, drawing, design, wala din siya kung walang construction. So ganun lagi yung partnership sa buhay. And that time, inaamin ko, sobrang pagod na ako that time. Kasi lahat na eh. But I know to myself na kaya kong mapalago tong negosyo na to. Alam ko sa sarili ko, with her support, alam ko magagawa ko to into something that is very different within a span of 1 year. So, within a span of 1 year, okay naman na kami. And ngayon, while delegated na, lahat ng ginagawa ko noon, iba na yung gumagawa ngayon. So, there's system in place.
And buti nga na nag-grow talaga yung company niyo. And yung Facebook page nyo din, di ba? Napakadami na din followers, I think. More than 500?
Yes.
600.
Oh, di ba? Ang dami na nun.
And nabanggit nyo po kanina na mga sweet, kung gano'ng ka-sweet po si Tigdani. Ano po bang love language nyo po? Love language.
Ako? Or
Same po.
Ako, actually, giving love language kay service. Then, yung receiving ko is touch. Actually, pag mainit lang ulo ko, hahag niya lang ako. End of argument.
Yeah, ako naman giving ko is service. Receiving ko is words of affirmation.
So, since architects nga kayo, how do you think that architecture has formed or made an impact sa relationship ninyo? Be it through, like, siguro yung mga buildings and then, kung how the spaces, like, help in your relationship. Ganun.
Kasi what I always believed in, kaya naman architecture din yung pinili kong career, is I want, even in relationship so kapag papasok ka sa relationship and even in architecture, if I want to leave this world, for example, this world, a slightly better place than when I entered it. So, gusto ko magbago yung skyline, gusto ko makita ang beautiful house and design for Filipino. Kaya parang maging first world country ang Philippines base sa architecture and design pa rin. So, yun yung parang pinaka-main goal ko, kaya naka-affect siya sa relationship namin. Kasi alam ko, ito yung goal namin. Kaya ito yung susundan ko lang.
Yeah, for me, I think architecture. Siguro, if we were to go in some places, we wanted to see architecture. Kaya rin kami mahilig mag-travel, actually. It's our bonding, and then we get to explore architecture sa different countries din. Kung paano advance yung gantong city, anong structure dito, bakit ganito yung mga buildings dito. Actually, it's learning, pero at the same time, we enjoy the travel, we enjoy exploring. Kaya, rin, parang date na rin siya. Kaya maganda rin may jowa ng Arch.
Kung kaya lang, may mga masasuggest kayong mga date spots, like kahit within the Philippines lang, na maganda din yung architecture?
BGC.
Marami naman. Kung yung medyo heritage, parang okay din yung sa Las Casas.
Yung Diabasar sa
Yeah, it's a good place. Here in Manila, I think pinakamagandang napuntahan ko lang is
BGC.
Sa BGC kasi parang medyo siya, modern na yung dating
Oo.
skyline. But in terms of saan ba? Saan ba tayo nagde-date usually?
What about Makati, Eastwood, Newport, mga ganun?
Newport, yes. Doon minsan nagpupunta kami talaga doon. Very masarap maglakad. Tapos sa Makati,
Kung modern architecture or kaya mga medyo old buildings yung prefer mo, pwede rin sa Makati. Actually, pwede rin sa Manila, explore.
sa Makati kasi usually yung mga brutalist na
Mga brutalist.
maganda siyang place for date. QC meron din naman.
Then, pwede rin sa mga museums.
Oo,
Yeah.
maganda mag-date dun sa mga museums. Kasi you will get to learn a lot of stuff na din with your ka-date ka nun.
Mm-mm.
Nakapunta na ba kayo sa mga museums?
Yes, we actually love dating in museums din.
Dami na din.
Kasi we get to explore, then pati sa mga abroad.
Ano yung favorite na museum sa Manila?
Manila. Okay pa rin naman ako dito sa
The classic. Classic
pero
art.
maganda rin yung Bencab sa Baguio. Yung Bencab Museum. Maganda rin. Maganda rin. Yung Bencab sa Baguio. Antipolo din yung, ano pangalan ng museum?
Yung Pinto Art.
Pinto Art.
Yeah, Pinto Art Museum.
Very
Maganda din.
maganda yung
Pasyal tayo
expression.
minsan. Inay.
Tara.
G.
Sundong ka namin sa sa Rosewood. Ay, bawal ba sabihin lugar mo?
Lagyan na nila. Toot! Gano'n.
Curious lang po kasi like from the start po, pagka-graduate nyo po, like tumutok na agad kayo sa mga business, sa mga ganun, as nag-ibang bansa na po agad. Ano pong parang hindi po kasi lahat may courage to jump on business agad. Ano po mga background nyo or mga tips na pwedeng yun?
Ako muna.
Sige.
For me, just a background, OFW yung mother ko, pero since may mga kapatid din ako nag-aaral, let's say kulang yung baon. So, what I do is, naging scholar ako ng Taguig City. Mayor Lani. And then, may scholarship ako per SEM plus, since PUP Manila, yung school ko, yung per SEM ko, binabayaran is around 500 pesos lang. So, actually, miscellaneous lang siya. Pero ngayon, I think, inabolish din. Bali, wala na talagang babayaran pag PUP Manila doon. And what I like, kasi syempre, walang tuition and all. Then, since onti nga lang yung baon ko, I strive to earn money in different ways. So, I actually do, pag college week, nagbebenta-benta ako ng mga kung ano-ano. Then, pag tumutulong rin ako mag-render ng plates. Then, nag-design ako mga t-shirt. Then, binibenta ko rin mga t-shirt. Tapos, nagpiprinting-printing ako nung college. So, parang doon, that time, I'm more into learning, so I read books pag may free time. Mga business books. Tapos, nakikinig ako audiobooks. Kasi, since Tagig to Manila, I ride the PNR that time. Yung train, around 1 hour yung biyahe. I do read audiobooks. Then, mga books rin. Para for me, may growth sa business. So, after that, nakagraduate ako. Since magaling ako sa graphics and design, nag-offer ako ng mga branding, logo, video editing, and mga ganun.
More on social media.
Social media management ang ginawa ko while having part-time archi na render, test taga 3D. So, sabay-sabay siya that time. Kasi, actually, for me, my mom asked me to go abroad to work. Pero, ako kasi is more on, ayoko that time kasi parang mas gusto ko parang mag-freelance din sa mga more on design. Doon kasi, parang hindi ko lang feel. So, actually, kinut off ng mom ko yung allowance ko. Kaya napilitan lang rin ako mag-work and then maghanap ng paraan para kumita at that time. So, more on initiative talaga. Kumbaga, humble beginnings din. Then, nagtuloy-tuloy na. From branding, marketing, nag-archi ako, tapos nagtuloy lang yung growth.
Sa akin, ang advice ko lang doon, usual question ko kasi sa mga taong parang natatakot or merong fears pa rin. Okay lang naman yun, pero if not now, then when? Kailan pa ba? Kasi to be honest, when I was in Dubai, after ng work ko, after ng, let's say, 8 to 5, talagang sa gabi, mag-hustle talaga ako. Hustle here, talagang hustler talaga. Kakatok ako sa mga firms, baka mag-offer ako service like design. Bawal yun sa ibang bansa Kasi bawal yun dahil nakabisa ka Pero, para sa akin, rules are there to mandate or Pero, hindi kasi mapigilan yung spirit ko to do something for myself. Ngayon, kung na-employed ka, advice ko lang sa mga employed, galingan nyo dun sa current na employment nyo. Tulad ko, ginalingan ko kasi alam ko sa sarili ko na I'm not looking for a promotion. I'm looking for the skills that I need so that when I escape the normal 8 to 5, I know what I will use to be ahead of the competition then. So yun yung mga kinuha ko. Right now kasi as architecture, dapat maganda yung design and dapat kilala ka rin in a way na marunong kayo market sarili mo and your design. Kasi yun naman talaga yung number 1 kailangan So, lahat yun kinuha ko. And para sa akin, if I believe in myself, kasi sabi nyo parang courage yung kulang, but the biggest investment that you can make is investment para sa sarili mo. Okay? Yung mindset mo. That's why na-mention niya, nag-aral, nag-read ng books, you always have the time ngayon. And I'm very fortunate nga ng iba kasi you have complete set of limbs to do something that would help cultivate yourself to propel para mag-succeed. Kaya nagtataka ako, some people will say, pagod ako. Okay lang naman mapagod. Do you know the meaning of stress? I always say this stress is not about ang dami kong ginawa today, pagod ako. Stress is about hindi ko nagawa to kasi hindi ko ginawa ng action. Kaya nai-stress ako kasi kaya ko naman pero hindi ko ginawa ng action. That's why you are stressed. So for me, ayoko ma-stress. So that's why I took action. Yun lang lagi take courage, don't doubt yourself. The only one who believes in you is talagang ikaw lang. So para sa akin, if you have the time, especially meron naman tayong how many hours a day, if may 8 to 5 ka, you have a lot of time pa kahit before matulog. invest in yourself. Kasi yun lang ang greatest asset.
Kaya learning skills talaga is really important. And AR Diane, since na-mention mo nga from a very young age, you've been really interested na din sa business, no? Kaya do you think that played a part sa pag-propel ng business ninyo?
Yeah, for me, siguro early on, elementary pa lang kasi na expose rin ako sa mga books. Kasi my dad that time, mahilig siya sa mga self-development books. Mga self-help books. So, syempre, based on curiosity, yung mga nakita ko nga doon is mga Art of War na books. Tapos more on mga managerial books about people management and mga So, siguro factor rin siya na na-expose ako early on. Like mga elementary that time. Kasi I always ask, what's this book for? Noon.
May mga recommended books po ba kayo for, architecture or business?
For me, what I like is Think and Grow Rich. It's one of the classic books ngayon na if you want to level up in terms of mindset. Another thing I like is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. It's more on rin kasi, people. So, building network, building connections, building friends. Kasi after that, business will follow effortlessly. Another book I like is ano ba? Yung Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Actually, isa rin yun sa mga first na nabasa ko. Maganda yung concept niya na naghanap yung author ng mentor. Bale, meron siyang poor dad, meron siyang rich dad. And yung in-apply niya sa life, yung rich dad, na technically mentor niya. Hindi naman biological dad. Pero at least dito kasi finding a mentor that would support your growth means that lesser yung mistakes mo to learn from that person directly. Kasi that mentor, nag-trial and error na siya for how many years. And then you get the gist of the result already. Ng mga learnings niya for, let's say, 50 years. And then you get yung pinaka-learning. So, yun yung books.
Yeah, I agree yung Rich Dad Poor Dad. Kasi sa mga basic foundation, I think father of all, tsaka Think and Grow Rich. So I would recommend Rich Dad Poor Dad. Okay din siya. 12 Rules of Life by Jordan Peterson. Para naman sa, sa mindset mo. And pwede rin yung Daily Stoic ni Ryan Holiday. Naman yun, parang pansarili mo. Para hindi ka masyadong aggravated kung may mga nangyayari sa business or sa life mo na hindi. Maganda lang sa Rich Dad Poor Dad. Actually, may nabasa ako doon. Ewan ko if I'm saying it correctly. Pero sabi niya, broke is temporary, poverty is forever. So yung state of being broke, yung wala kang pera, temporary lang yan. Pero kapag nagpadala ka sa poverty, talagang yan na yung parang forever kasi mindset mo na is impoverished. Now, alam mo yung kasabihan na pwede kang mabuhay ng mahirap, pwede kang lumaki ng mahirap, pero hindi ka pwedeng mamatay ng mahirap. Nasa sayo na yan kung paano mo gagawa ng diskarte. Ang buhay is may start at end lang yan eh. Okay? What you do in between, it's up to you. Whether you start poor, to be honest lang, to be blunt, the ending is if you want to be poor or if you want to be rich. What you do in between is up to you.
Isa sa mga na-realize ko po sa love story niyo is they're not looking for love at first. And parang nadala lang sila sa business. Like, focus sila sa sarili nila on developing themselves and kusa na lang dumating yung love sa kanila. So, yung pag-join po ng business, I want to ask po, what's the hardest thing and the best thing in working sa couple in a firm?
Hardest thing and best thing. I guess yung hardest thing para sa akin is to let go of some of my belief din na that can minsan affect yung business or yung sa relationship. Kasi sometimes we are too caught up dun sa alam lang natin, sa gusto natin. Pero sa sobrang attached natin dun, minsan fixated na tayo na nagkaka-problem na sa relationship and sa business. So always,
natin maging open to other ideas, diba?
yes, so let go and detach yourself from the outcome. Dapat dun ka naka-focus sa process or sa progress. And yung isa naman is, yung best thing I guess, is to always have faith lang. Yung staff namin, actually yung CEO na namin siya, lagi sinasabi, trust the process. Lagi narinig namin sa staff. Pero actually, it's a good motto na lagi niya sinasabi, trust the process. Pero sa totoo lang, I love it kasi dati parang lagi silang nagda-doubt. Tapos ngayon nakikita namin nagsasucceed. Tapos ngayon sa kanila na lang, sila na yung sa 7 digits, sila sarili-sarili na lang nila. Without even much of our interaction. So natutuwa ako kasi nga, they have that this particular skills na na-hone nila dahil sa belief na kaya nila. Trusting the process.
For me, actually yung best part is, parang you get to journey in life with a life partner na kasama sa ups and downs. May mga challenges, may mga encounters, pero at the end of the day, you're still together. And syempre, align yung principles and values nyo. Kahit anong challenges yung dumating sa businessman, sa personal and all. Parang enjoy rin. It's like you're growing together. Nakikita mo yung mga sides niya or mga other aspects of what your husband, lalo na if na-put into that certain situation. And it's much more on being authentic. And parang actually, kahit kinasal kami for like after 2 months, nag-meet kami. Parang nasa getting to know stage pa rin kami. Pero at least dito more authentic, more genuine. And then, I love yung kung paano rin kami nag-grow personally, lalo na we have our kid. And nag-iiba na yung priorities in life. It's much more aligned on family, on not just building business, but also taking care of our health. Para kahit mag-grow man yung business, then mag-grow rin yung kid namin, mga future kids namin, healthy pa rin kami. And I think health is something na hindi masyado pinapriority ng iba, but will make an effect sooner or later in coming years. Kaya right now, kahit as early as now, sa age nyo ngayon, at least prioritize rin on your health. Kasi it may take a toll. And yun rin kasi magiging foundation on building your business and wealth and your family.
Kaya health is
May
wealth.
kasabihan na diba? Health is wealth.
Correct. I would like to just add to that. Yung sa regarding sa sinabi niya, when choosing the right partner, again, you have to choose the right partner that is aligned kayo or sync kayo. Kasi if you don't do that, you will have to explain your language for the rest of your life.
Sige, add ko na lang rin ulit kasi since nag-add siya.
Competitive.
Competitive yung ad.
Joke lang.
Competitive yung ad. Siguro, I think, when you're growing that much, like you're into personal development, business, or self-help, nagbabasa ka ng books every day and all, nagbabago na yung mindset. But let's say you have a current partner and hindi siya into that.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, you'll outgrow each other. And that's the reason na sinasabi na they grow apart. Hindi naman, nothing wrong about that. Pero syempre, if your mindset and your parang more on, you're investing in yourself, kusa ka na mag-grow eh. And then, mag-iba na yung priorities mo in life, kumbaga kung paano ka na magsalita, iba na rin, eto na rin yung mga sinasabi mo, and sabihin ng partner mo, ay, nag-iba ka na. Hindi na ikaw yung dating nakilala ko. So, it's just normal, guys. Ibig sabihin, hindi kayo para sa isa't isa. And then, once you're in that level of personal health, growth, and relationship, may mga malalagas na mga friends or mag-iba yung circle mo. Kasi, syempre, for you, that with that mindset, maghanap ka rin ng other people na align sa mindset mo. Kumbaga, kung mag-share ka, at least, nakaka-relate sila. So, it's normal in the growth process din. Lalo na nasa stage na tayo more on digital. Sa partnerships, advice ko actually is grow mo muna yung sarili mo. Then, kusa darating yung partner. Yeah, kusa lang ma-attract yung partner, the same partner. Then, let's say kung na-meet mo na, parang may feel mo na siya na yun doon. Basta huwag ka na magmamadali.
So, na-mention mo nga yung digital, diba? So, how do you think naman that technology has changed the way that people form relationships? Kasi 'di ba ngayon, may mga dating apps na din like Tinder, Bumble, mga ganon.
Siguro actually, siya kasi, like, it's just a random guy lang rin na nag-message sa Facebook Messenger that time. Pero, it's, parang it's a tool. Tool siya on meeting people. And, syempre, sa Facebook Messenger siya nag-message. May intro pa siya nun. Na
Nagpapamentor lang naman ako.
may intro pa siya nun. So, I think yun nga, it's a tool talaga on meeting people. Pero it's up to you naman on how you will use it.
So do you think that genuine love can be found naman through online dating apps, ganon?
Kung meant to be, meant to be. Malay mo, kasi you can meet the person as easily as you can bump into a hallway, pwedeng classmate mo pala, or kakilala. Pero after few years pa kayo, parang parang magko-connect. Kasi syempre, iba pa priorities ngayon, like studies or syempre, i-focus rin muna natin yung studies natin and yung self and growth. Then after that, career, then more on partnerships. So, actually, in choosing a partner, pwede man may boyfriend, girlfriend kayo ngayon, this college. Pero, I would suggest na you grow together.
Yeah.
Or kung hindi man kayo, kung ayaw niya man na mag-grow or iba yung priority niya, it's okay. Okay lang naman siya. Para pero sooner or later, mag-iba na kasi priorities as you grow.
Actually, ngayon kasi parang more on technology na talaga, to be honest. Pero ako siguro, I don't really, in my opinion lang, I don't really believe in yung pagdating sa relationship kung mabubuo siya via online lang. Siya, na-meet ko naman siya kasi magkakilala na kami, pero nagkausap lang kami talaga doon. Pero it's hard kasi to connect with a stranger kapag base lang doon sa ilalagay nila sa profile ng like Bumble or Tinder. Kasi pwedeng best foot forward ilalagay nila in the beginning, and then when you meet them, hindi pala yun talaga sila.
Naka-filter pala yung
Naka-filter.
Parang pinapakita lang talaga nila yung best side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, tama naman siya regarding sa when you grow, kailangan yung partner mo rin grows. Kasi yun lang naman yung solution dun eh. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na nag-grow, nag-iba na yung tao, yung partner mo. Para sa'yo, if she grows, kailangan mag-grow ka. Yun lang talaga yung parang pinaka-motto mo or main mission mo. Now, tama rin siya regarding dun sa sa mga ibang pwedeng malagas, even relationship like boyfriend, even sa family, or even sa friends. Kasi iba natatakot, masyadong dependent na ito yung set of friends ko, ito lang, forever, ganito lang tayo. Ang para sa akin kasi, there's a price. There's talaga, you will pay the price if you're really keen on growing. Kapag nag-grow kasi ang isang tao, minsan may mga maiiwanan. But that's okay. You can always change your friends. You can always choose who you want to grow with. Kasi the right circle or the right people who believes in you, they will always support you and they will never ask you for anything or may go okay ng something sa kanila. Kasi they are also in that same path.
And since meron po kami ditong fun segment lang po, may mga rapid fire questions po kami sa inyo.
Hot seat.
Rapid fire.
And pili lang po kung sino po sa inyong dalawa yan. So,
Alternate
first question.
na lang kami. Siya na una.
Ladies first.
Sige.
Number 1. Who surprises the other more often?
Siya. Ano lang ako, Disney princess.
So sino naman sa inyo yung mas OC or detail-oriented sa design?
Ako.
Ikaw, okay.
Yes.
Who has better taste in interior design?
Ala, may ano ako sa
Siya.
ganyan.
Sa, technical design siya.
So sino naman sa inyo yung mas organized yung workspace?
I think sa kanya.
Ako.
Ah,
Naka-arrange lahat sa Google Drive.
Oh, so organized talaga yung
Oo.
mga systems.
organization.
Ako yung gumagawa ng mga system.
Who's more likely to stay up late working on a project?
Siya pa rin.
Oo.
Natutulog lang.
So next is, who handles stressful deadlines better?
Siya
I
pa
think
rin.
ako. Yeah, yeah.
If you weren't architects, what would you be doing instead?
Ako, nasa media. Ano ako? Creative director, producer.
Yeah. Ako siguro, yung journalist, mahilig kasi ako magsulat din eh, tsaka mag-travel. Yun.
So, next is, if you could collaborate with any famous architect, who would it be? Siguro tayo patay.
Kahit-
Dead or alive.
Ako talaga, to be honest, dahil galing din ako sa ibang bansa, ang ganda talaga ng mga works ni Zaha Hadid. Sobrang ganda talaga, lalo na kapag personal mo na nakita. So, gusto ko ma-pick up apart yung brain niya din, kung paano niya ginagawa yun. Nakikita ko yung process ng construction. Structural, parang very squarish lang eh. Pero biglang magugulat na lang kung korbado na yung mga finishing. So sabi ko, I think ito yung kailangan na makausap ko if she was alive.
Buhay na lang.
Oh, dig ko yung grave.
May joke. Ayun, actually, si Zaha did it. I love yung mga designs niya.
Actually, our baby's name is Zaha.
Yeah.
Kasi dahil,
Kaya pala favorite yung dalawa.
Oh. Kasi actually, the reason rin bakit lagi ako nagbabakasyon sa Dubai. Kasi sa architecture rin, ang ganda ng place.
Next, dream project po you'd love to build together.
dream project.
Ako gusto kong malaking commercial building.
Ako siguro Civic Center na talagang iconic.
And ito naman yung for the last question. What's the most romantic thing you've designed or built for each other?
Yung baby.
Sabihin ko pala.
Yun yung project collab namin.
Yun yung collab.
Ano kami na, nag-collab.
I guess every project naman is romantically dahil talagang mostly dalawa kami doon sa decision making.
So, since tapos na din yung fun or fast talk segment natin, we would just like to ask na din kung may mga love stories din pa kayo na galing from mga friends, colleagues, families na gusto nyo i-share. Na you think
Ichichika namin.
parang pwede din makapag-relate yung mga listeners natin, ganun.
Ikaw na muna.
Ako?
Oo.
Okay, siguro ikwento ko na lang yung mga heartbreaks kasi galing din talaga kami doon. So, wag sana yun yung parang basis nyo to stop from what you're doing. Kasi yung relationship, give and take yan. Kung di talaga nag-work dun sa partner mo currently and talagang nag-end na yun, there's always someone that is parang binibigyan ka ng space to have that person para sa'yo. So, sa ibang mga kakilala namin, to be honest, ang lagi naman namin advice talaga is prepare yourself to be the better person so that a better person will be prepared for you. Kasi kapag lagi mo sinisira yung sarili mo, let's say nagpadala ka sa mga bisyo o kaya sa pambababae, panglalaki, parang linalayo mo yung sarili mo for that specific person. Ibibigay sa'yo yan lahat ng gusto mo. The universe is very, generous pagdating sa ganyan. So, they will conspire to give you what or who you want as long as you are prepared to receive. Yun dapat.
Siguro share mo na rin yung experience mo, yung yun. Yun sa nililimit yung mo, growth.
Yeah. Sige. Ano naman to, di ba? Mapangmapuwala. Hindi. Kasi, sometimes there's relationships din na I can confirm din na galing din ako doon. Pero, sometimes they limit your growth. Lalo na ako Scorpio. Hindi, pero they limit your growth by constricting you into a space na parang kayo lang. Yung parang mundo nyo is kayo lang. Ang hirap kasi ng ganun dahil in a time ngayon na technologically advanced saka evolving din, kapag kayong mundo lang, there's a lot of things that comes to it din eh. So parang hindi ka na mag-grow, hindi ka na rin magiging at peace. At baka forever nang ganun yung state of of life mo. Kasi nga, naniwala ka lang sa ganong setup. And yung iba kasi magaling talaga mang-gaslight. Akala mo parang ikaw may kasalanan pero hindi pala. So, advice ko lang naman to sa mga ibang na nakatrap ngayon. Psychological trap. Kasi you are a person that is abundant and you have a lot of things to offer. You can be talaga a good force in the world. Kaso napipigilan ka lang or nalilimit ka. So, choose your partner carefully.
Yeah, for me, may share lang ako. Ano to? Sa isang friend ko. Hi, friend. Alam mo na kung sino ka kasi share ko yung story. Ano siya, naging sila nung college. Then, mostly, tumagal relationship nila around 5 to 6 years. Until dumating sa point na parang sinabihan siya ng guy na parang, umamin ka, nag-cheat ka sa akin. Mga ganun. Eh, yung friend ko naman is very Christian, very mabait na girl. Tapos, very demure, very, very mindful, very cutesy, ganun. So, she's not the type that would cheat. And, inaakusahan siya ng boyfriend niya na umamin ka, nag-cheat ka sa akin. Hanggang sa sooner or later, parang nabasa niya sa phone. Sinearch pala ng guy sa Quora na parang, why am I cheating with my girlfriend? Even though I love her. Tinanong niya sa Quora. So, parang nahiram ng friend ko yung phone ng guy. Tapos parang, bakit ito yung... Parang mag-waze lang sana to check the direction. Pero, bakit ito yung tanong ng guy sa Quora? So, ayun na pala, na yung guy pala nag-cheat. Nag-cheat na pala yung guy sa... Sabihin ko ba? Sa estudyante niya. Oh my God! That's so
Unfiltered.
That's so unfiltered. So, professor pala yung guy sa isang school. Tapos, parang may
Nasa 20.
So, plug ko lang itong royalty. Oh my God. Uy, baka maano tayo
Hindi siya, hindi to herbal. It's verbal.
Hindi to herbal tea. This is verbal tea. Verbal tea. So, ano pala, parang may hidden relationship na pala yung guy with the student. Which is very creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so...
Haram.
That's so haram,
So,
guys.
bawal.
And yun pala, nung nalaman na ng friend ko na yun, syempre nag-breakdown na and all. Hanggang sa, syempre, naghiwalay na. Kasi, kahit 6 years na kayo, once na nasira na ang trust, hindi na kaya eh. Magkabalikan man kayo or hindi, there's distrust na and hindi na siya magandang foundation. Kaya if you were in a relationship, never ever cheat. Kasi yung damage that would, yung damage na magagawa nyo sa kapartner nyo, psychologically and emotionally, ang tagal i-heal. Kumbaga, yung friend ko na yun, more than a year, nag-recover and kumbaga hindi siya nakipag-date, hindi siya nag-entertain ng ibang guys and all. Then, more on, tumatawag lang sa akin for support. Then, sabi ko, nag-therapy pa and all. So, it's something na, kumbaga, gagawin mo lang ng parang mag-cheat ka na nga lang. Bakit di mo pa makipag-break ka na lang?
Yeah.
Kesa malaman pa in a different way. And siguro it's na-invest rin ng friend ko yung time and effort niya. Kasi binild up niya rin yung guy. Tinulungan sa career, tinulungan sa para lumaki yung sahod, nag-asikaso and all. And kumbaga in return, ito yung nasuklian niya. And siguro in terms of values kasi, I think it's a good thing na naghiwalay din sila kasi kung nag-cheat din yung guy sa partner niya, syempre, yung pinalit niyang girl, it's either mag-cheat din sila sa isa't isa. Kasi if you come from a relationship na may lamat na, kumbaga ka na pala, alam mo na nag-cheat sa'yo, sooner or later, uulit lang rin yan eh. It's either the boy or the girl. Or naniniwala kasi ako for karma. Karma is real. Good man yan or bad. Iikot lang siya eh. And it's something na the reason bakit rin sa mga staff ko and people na sinasabi ko, always do good on other people kasi kusa siyang bumabalik. Same goes if may ginawa kang masama sa tao. Bumabalik yan. And mas maraming blessings na bumabalik sa'yo pag mas madami kang matutulungan tao. Pero advice ko lang talaga guys, don't hurt the person psychologically or emotionally or mentally. Just break up.
Yeah.
Just break up.
Ako, ang sasabihin ko lang dyan, never cheat. Kasi cheating is it's a form of disrespect actually. Have the decency to break up kung ayaw nyo na talaga. And at least respect your partner, lalo na nag-invest kayo sa isa't isa. Yung time, effort, yung money, anything, give respect na lang sa kanila. And also, kapag nag-cheat kasi, it's either, ito relate ko na siya sa business There's people na who won't do business with you, especially if you're a cheater. Ayan, nag-cheat ka sa wife mo, nag-cheat ka sa partner mo. Kasi, ang lagi na sinasabi, what if ako na yung ka-business partner niya? Kung nag-cheat siya dun sa partner niya, ibig sabihin, kaya niya rin akong lokohin dahil ganun type ng tao yung I'm doing business with. So, para sa amin, even I never cheated. I never done any of those things. If ayaw ko talaga from the start, don't commit. If kayo na yung magkasama, then break up ng mas maayos at may decency man lang to give respect sa person na i-stop mo na. Yun lang yun.
May chichika pa ako. So, sponsored by Royal Tea. Ito naman yung friend ko, but I think this is common for alpha women. Yung, let's say, mga nag-i-thrive sa career and So, mostly, common na na-attract ng alpha women is,
Patapon.
mga patapon na guys na So, kumbaga hindi competitive or what, to the point na So, I have this friend na na may ex siya na medyo mas older sa kanya ng 10 years. Grabe guys. So 10 years yung older yung guy. So, ang friend ko naman na to is architect din, pero additional course siya as interior designer. And since nag-thrive na yung career niya, bali lumalaki na rin yung kinikita niya, yung earnings niya, kumbaga. To the point na yung guy, nilimit siya na bawal siya makipag-usap sa mga friends.
Even sa pinsan.
Even kahit sa mga pinsan, sa mga kamag-anak, kumbaga bawal kausap. And parang nag-gaslight niya yung friend ko na to na girl na mag-joint account sila. Para daw sa future nila, mga ganong stuff. Alam mo na parang nabola ka na and all. Pero since na-isolate itong friend ko, hindi niya alam kung ano yung tama at mali. And nasa early 20s pa lang siya that time, guys. Nag-work na siya, then pati yung paycheck na nade-deposit sa pati sa mga ibang transaction, nade-deposit na pala doon sa joint account na yon. To the point na maski sarili niyang earnings, bawal niya galawin. Kailangan magpaalam muna siya doon sa guy. Na so parang, ito, build natin tong future. Pero tipirin mo sarili mo. Wag mo masyadong gastusin and all. Hanggang sa, ipabili yung guy ng car. Ganon. Tapos parang lagi siya minamaliit na, bobo mo, mga ganon. Then, kasi once you're isolated na kasi with your friends, family, di mo na alam kung ano tama, mali. Then may isang person na nagsabi sa'yo ganito, ganyan. I think that's one of the biggest red flag. Lalo na, kunyari, kontrolado yung social media mo. Kumbaga may password sa messenger mo, sa lahat ng accounts mo, maski email mo. Kumbaga lahat may access sa kanila. It's a very red flag. Kasi, imagine mo, kung walang trust sa'yo yung partner mo na kinukuha lahat ng social media account mo, access sa Facebook, sa Instagram, sa TikTok, sa Messenger, lahat. If that person doesn't trust you, ibig sabihin, may ginagawa siya mali.
Yeah.
Guys. Yun na yun, guys. Ibig sabihin, may something siya on the other side na takot siya sa sarili niyang multo. So, if ever na inaakusahan ka ng cheating or all, tandaan, siya yun. Siya yun, guys. And, mostly, kung ano yung judgment mo kasi sa person is a reflection of you. Kung ikaw ginudge ka na cheater and all, siya mismo yung gumagawa ng cheater. So, kumbaga, ako kunin ko social media account mo kasi baka nagloloko ka na sa akin. Siya talaga yon guys. Siya yon. So, no questions asked. Pag hiningi social media, in-isolate ka with friends, bawal ka may pag-usap, kinuha lahat and all. There's something going on. And, grabe, siguro, I just wanna spread awareness kasi it's very common na ngayon eh. It's very common na. So, nangyari, sooner or later, parang may kinalangan siyang money. Na-withdraw na pala ng guys, milyones na tinabaho niya for how many years. And then, pinakakuan kasi yung girl na papakasalan siya. Kaya siya nag-trust. And then, nung nakuha na yung pera, buy na. Partida lupa pa, may lupa din, share. Ito guys, ginawa kasi ng friend ko, oh my God. Bumili sila ng property kahit di pa kasal, then dalawa sila may property. Pero yung friend ko lang na girl yung nagbayad. And then, nung tapos na yun, nakuha na ng pera ng guy, naghabol din sa property. Ang kapal ng mukha, sarap batukan yung guy. Tapos parang kinasuhan pa yung friend ko. Kasi parang may utang daw yung friend ko sa sister niya, which is yung guy naman yung nag-set up. Which is ang top nga actually. That's so And ayun nga, binenta yung property kasi kinasuhan. Nag-hire pa ng lawyer and So very stressed. And ang nangyari nun, so naging super depressed yung friend ko. So lumapit sa akin. Tapos lagi umiiyak. And sabi ko, girl! Girl, ayan, pick yourself up and then focus on your career muna. And then, actually, ito yung one aspect. Kaya sa mga girl na friends ko, pinaaral ko sa kanila yung law of attraction. How to attract that perfect partner. So kahit ganun na nasa lows na siya, I told him na isulat niya sa notebook lahat ng qualities ng guy na gusto niya. Like, madaming lupain, very caring, very hardworking, ganon, mayaman. Tapos, ayaw niya na kasi mag-work. Parang feeling niya pag nag-work siya, peperahan siya. So, provider type yun na sinulat niya doon. And nung sinulat niya doon, sabi ko, i-meditate mo and parang i-pray na So, nagkakilala sila sa Bumble. So, parang one time, nagkita kami sa isang cafe sa mall. Then parang, nag-share siya about sa stress sa ex niya and all. Sige. Tapos yun, gumawa ng dating app. Kasi introvert siya, di siya lumalabas ng bahay. So, paano siya makakilala ng guy, di ba? So, yun, gumawa ng dating app. Then, sa Bumble. Then, tinulungan ko pa siya gumawa ng account. Ako yung pusher na friend. Sinunod ko rin yung setup. Inayos ko lang rin yung setup. Tapos, sooner or later, parang may mga nakakausap siya. Pero di niya daw feel. Then, parang may nakausap siyang one guy. Tapos, okay yung guy. Very mabait, very provider. Malaki sa ako, char. And then, actually, naging sila yata for 5 months. Then, kinasal na sila nung December 2023. So, actually, kung ano yung nalugmok sa kanya noon, and the past sa ex niya, na-return. Kumbaga, yung napangasawa niya is very provider, ang daming lupain sa Batangas, mga hektarya, mga ganon. Tapos, very mabait, very caring. Kumbaga, lahat ng sinulat niya sa notebook nagkatotoo. And maniwala man kayo hindi, pero parang pinag-pray mo yung perfect person and dumating siya sa perfect time. Minanifest niya kumbaga, and it's something na I'm very happy to share. Kasi ganun ko rin in the way na na-manifest ko siya. Kasi sinulat ko rin sa notebook. Tapos parang umuwi yata siya July ng 2023. Sinulat ko ng June, end of June na, parang I want to meet my husband now. There's a week, nag-message na siya. Di ba, guys? Alam niyo na. Lagyan niyo na yung schedule kung kailan niyo gusto ma-meet. Kunyari, Feb 14, 2 p.m. at At ganito. At ganito. So, maybe, ang lesson here is, ano lang, darating rin ng tamang person para sa'yo. Ano mo lang, prepare yourself to be the person that you need to be. Kasi yung ma-attract mo is a mirror of you. And mostly, ganun talaga para mag-partner. Ano rin, reflection rin siya of who you are. So, para may similar traits din kayo.
Kaya important din talaga mag-invest sa sarili mo, di ba?
So, fast forward po, kunyari mga 30 to 50 years. So, what do you want to be remembered for as a power couple in architecture?
Ako, personally, wanna build legacy. Ikaw.
Yeah, I want to, yun nga, like I mentioned kanina, leave a landscape of good, parang beautiful Philippines because of architecture. Siyempre, yung names mo rin yun yung importante. Maliban sa nakatulong ka sa Pilipinas. And yun nga, parang legacy na rin yun iniiwan mo. So, 30 to 50 years, I guess, siguro sa advancement din ng ngayon, I think yung Philippines makakasabay na rin sa ibang bansa by that time.
So, mga advices and ano naman po. So, any tips po for young architects, mga students that trying to balance love and career?
Go lang, guys. I mean, pwede naman kasi, pwede naman. Like, get to know a lot of people, make new friends, parang connect with people. Kasi college, you have opportunity to meet a lot of people, lalo na dito sa school, sa mga events and all. Go lang. Basta, wag lang kayo magjojowa na nire-restrict kayo palagi and kinukuha yung social media accounts nyo.
Sobrang red flag kasi talaga yun. Kasi it's like, kinokontrol ka lang ng partner mo Parang hindi talaga siya like a relationship. It's more of like, abuse. Parang abuse na din siya, diba?
Trap.
Is a trap.
Professional manipulator.
Mga sad boy
Certified
manipulative.
gaslighter.
So, ano po? For last question, what's next po for the Forms Florendo Architects? Any projects, upcoming projects?
So ngayon naman mostly talaga nakakuha na kami ng mga medyo malalaking projects na rin. So yung dream project sana namin, makuha rin namin sa manifesting din. And also, we're also going international again. So yun yung parang end goal this year. Apart from that, syempre yung yung growth din ng mga team, yung mga bawat isa sa members namin. Kasi doon talaga rin kami heavily nag-i-invest sa mga tao namin para kahit man saglit lang yung time nila sa amin, meron silang magandang or marami silang natutunan while they were on our journey pa sa company.
Sa akin, actually madami yung plano, guys. Unahin ko na lang. We're planning on creating an academy. It's Architect Danny Dayan Academy. We'll be focusing more on building technical skills like mga AutoCAD, Unreal D5, Lumion, pati yung mga rendering, technical, like maski kung paano mag-layout ng plumbing, architectural, and all. Then, more on leadership. So, actually, this will be an online training course na available na academy for people to grow then and to enhance their skills. Another project we're thinking of is a media company, since gumagawa na rin kami ng contents and all. Mga gagawin namin to siguro first or second quarter of the year to help people in creating their branding, websites, help in creating contents, pati sa mga ibang bagay. Also, we're also excited din sa na-mention let's say, international projects. So, we're working on that also. Pati more contents to share. So, actually, ila-launch na yung brand ko siguro mga this February. I have a personal brand na Dayan Florendo ang name. It's more on focus sa business contents actually. Self-development and business contents.
I have a personal brand rin na i-release actually. You can abangan nyo siya. It's more of more on the Filipino male on how we can change them and be held accountable din. So sa mga patapon na lalaki dyan, mag-ingat kayo kasi parating na ako. So pag isip-isipan nyo na yung mga decision nyo sa buhay, yung mga cheating nyo, yung mga allegations sa inyo, ayus-ayusin nyo yung buhay nyo dahil I will straighten you out. So hindi naman, parang gusto ko lang maging gentle daddy sa inyong lahat. So yun. Also we are launching our parang podcast na din, parang mga kabahay talks, more on sa community namin. And you can also invite us in your, let's say, maliban sa talks na ganito, you can also invite us sa mga podcasts like even our relationship. Kasi we also do talks regarding relationship tsaka sa mga toxicity na mga nangyayari sa current na ano ngayon. Kasi ewan ko ano nangyayari sa level of ano ngayon, parang ano na lang parang daysary, tas break up. So gusto namin mabago yun. Kasi very traditional din siguro ako.
Alright, so as we close, we would like to thank our sponsors and partners. So 933 Creatives, University Print, The Rebrand, Jolly's General Merchandising Incorporated, and Royalty. We would also like to thank Mapua Industrial Design Society and Mapua Interior Design Cotier for the furniture and other things like ito. Basta yun.
Ito po mga furnitures galing po sa Mapua Industrial Design Society and Mapua Interior Design.
Wow. Ganda.
Thank you for riding your Watson train. Choo choo!